Welcome to the Gaelan Trombley Show. You can find me on Facebook at Gaelan Trombley, on Instagram at Gaelan Trombley, and on YouTube at Gaelan Trombley. Spelling GaelanTrombley. Enjoy the show. On episode 51 of the Gaelan Trombley Show, I have Meg Weeden. That is all. Enjoy the show. Welcome to the Gaelan Trombley Show. Okay, we're on. We'll do the intro. We already did the intro. So, Meg, first off, folks, a couple things. We were supposed to have a guest on today. Canceled. Tried to get our good friend Matt Craig on the podcast. He was in and then he was out. And of course, who never turns down an opportunity? Our one and only Meg Weeden. So she's back for episode 289. I'm just kidding. This is episode 51. So the caveat for her to get Meg on was she had to eat and she had to be in comfy clothes, and she hit both of those. So we had Chipotle, and I asked her, this is kind of like a running thing with me and Meg. We probably go to Chipotle once a week.
Together, yes, but
I'm sorry, together, yeah, more than that for me, just on day to day. But like, I would say probably once a week.
Sometimes twice.
So neither of us, now that I know this, know each other's orders. So one time I went. And I didn't actually order it for Meg, but I texted her and I said, this is what I'm going to get for the Chipotle. And I said, you want this, 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 and this. And it was completely wrong. Almost to the point where if you were just like Gaelan, you've actually never ate with Meg before, try to guess her order. That was basically me, but I'd ate plenty of times with Meg at Chipotle. So then she calls me, do you want Chipotle? I said, sure. And she goes, what do you want? I said, I'll text you. I was like, actually, never mind. You already know it, so just get it. Well, come to find out, she does not know it at all. Not at all. So first off, I read what I get. And she goes, read what you gave me. Brown rice, vegetables, black beans, chicken, mild, medium, corn, sour cream, cheese. Right? I hit them all?
2.5 things wrong.
So rice, I get white rice, not brown rice. I never get beans. I do get vegetables. Chicken was good. Mild and medium are good. Cheese, I never get sour cream. And honestly, so right now I have black beans, brown rice, and sour cream in my stomach, and I never get it from there.
Wow.
I'm going to try to survive. But moral of the story, me and Meg know nothing about each other's Chipotle orders, except attention to detail is just not there.
Okay, but last time, 3 times ago when we were sitting there with Jordy, I guessed it, and I was right.
Which is crazy, because then at that point, too, you go, that's almost the same as Nana's. And then you give me this bullshit, and then I come in and I'm like...
Because Nana gets sour cream. That's why. Because Nana gets white rice, too, but I was like, Gaelan, he's, fit sometimes, so, maybe he'll want brown rice.
No, it's hard to digest. Brown rice is easier to digest. White rice is easier to digest. I was very... I was just shocked. And then we just watched one of our all-time favorites. So, Dave Portnoy, I think, has the greatest job in America, in the world. If I could run around and just do what Dave Portnoy does from a sports standpoint, I love sports, but I've totally gotten out of sports. But trust me, if I could go to sporting events and just act that way at sporting events, I would love it. So we just watched him do a pizza review at a Bill's tailgate, Bill's Mafia, this guy that makes pizza out of a cabinet?
Filing cabinet.
And Dave gave it a 7.6. And he had probably 200 people around him screaming and yelling during the game. So I think, hands down, the guy's got the best job in America. What would be better than Dave Portnoy's job? What would be if you had to pick the perfect job, what would it be? That, to me, would be pretty dope.
Yeah, that would definitely be up there.
What's his name? Was it Mike?
The only thing with being a celebrity-ish, though, and I'd consider him a celebrity at this point, how do you just go to the grocery store?
I don't think he goes to the grocery store.
Yeah, he just eats pizza.
I don't think any of those people actually go. And when you always hear like celebrities being like, yeah, so I went grocery shopping, I'm like, I call bullshit. You did not go grocery shopping.
I love going grocery shopping though, so I would miss that as a famous person.
I think you would, yeah. The one thing, yeah. I've gotten to the point now where sometimes I avoid going to the grocery store at peak hours, not because just the amount of people, but just the amount of people that talk to you, which is great. Like, I love talking to people, but there's times I got to get in and get out. And I prefer to be like sub 20 minutes at the grocery store, which I think is a good time to go through, do everything, check out. And I don't want to spend 45 minutes to an hour because you're talking every couple aisles. So
you just got to work on your resting bitch face.
So
it usually works for me.
But usually what I do is I just put my head down and I kind of do that dumb thing where like you like stare at somebody and you kind of glance over like I didn't see them, and then I just kind of keep going. So if you ever see me at the grocery store and I've semi-made eye contact with you, I definitely saw you. I was just trying to get the hell out of there. So, I mean, I want to be honest with people is that when you're, that's one of my pet peeves. It's not even a pet peeve. It's just something I try to avoid. Grocery store, mall, Target. You go to Target, you see everybody. Hannaford's.
See, I don't see anybody when I go any of those places.
Occasionally
Hannaford.
So the other day, I went out to eat at Our House Bistro. I walked in. Three of the first 5 people I saw, I knew. Then I walked into the back room and I saw more people. And then as I was getting ready, like throughout the meal, I saw more people. And I sat by the door and I saw people walking back on the glass that were waving to me because I was sitting at the door and they knew who I was. I met like 10 people at dinner.
Wow, I think I might be talking to a celebrity.
Someone told me the other day that, and I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's kind of getting there. Not like that, but like people, like you just, with the amount of people that you know. Definitely not celebrity. That's not true. I'm no Tom Messner.
You're almost there.
You think Tom Messner's balling though? Who's the most famous person in upstate New York?
Billy Jones.
You think so?
Hands down.
The most famous? He's been on the show.
I know. I love Billy.
He's great.
Billy and I
okay.
knuckled at kickball this past weekend.
Who did you play on at that? Casella?
Team Trash, yeah.
What was Billy on your team?
No, he was on the United Way, and we beat his team. Shout out Billy.
No, Billy's dope. Good dude. I was supposed to play, and I was not asked to play. I
asked you.
You called me like that day.
Yeah, because we had exactly 7 people.
Oh, who was on your team? People I would have known?
Myself, Shannon Kennedy, Christy's wife.
Oh, okay. I don't know her, but okay.
Christy Kennedy.
I know Christy.
Yes.
Yeah, I know Christy. I don't know her wife.
You would if you saw her.
Okay. She work at Casella?
Yep. She's a dispatcher.
Oh, cool.
She's been there for like 15 years.
Oh.
Shout out Shannon. Dylan Flynn.
Christy's actually been on the podcast too. Great lady.
Oh.
Dylan Flynn has not been on the podcast.
I don't think you want Dylan on the podcast.
We'll see.
He might have some stories. I don't know if they're stories that he should like publicize.
He's from Mass, right?
Yep.
I bet it's worth talking to him.
No, he'd be too shy.
You think? No. Mm-hmm. Give him a couple Guinnesses.
Then you definitely don't want to hear him on the podcast.
So who else is on? Anybody else? Because I kind of know.
Other than the 3 of us, then my boss Bill. He was our pitcher.
Friend of the show.
Yes, friend of the show has listened. Made me a little nervous when he told me. I couldn't remember what I said.
Wait, which one was that? Okay, we're good.
Yeah. He actually listened to my podcast and Nicole's podcast while like on a plane to like go to a wedding. He's like, I just figured I'd find out more about my sales team.
Did he learn more about you?
Yeah.
You guys kept your jobs. That was a good thing.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And then other than that,
I think Nicole actually talked about running away from her host family in New Zealand. So
that
made it.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah. She wasn't able to come to kickball, but we had a driver and a couple of our...
Josh play?
Josh did not play. Josh brought the grill and his baby
and
his wife and did the tailgate part of it.
How old is the baby?
I think like 10-ish months, somewhere around there.
Oh, okay.
He's super cute.
Josh, great guy. Josh and Sarah. No, usually I play last year. I didn't play last year. I played 2 years ago, and we did pretty well. We got like 4th place.
I have not played kickball since literally 5th grade, and that was the first time I played.
What do you think's there's flag football, there's like what would be fun games? Like kickball is pretty fun. Like I think it's cool. It's kind of like an easy game. People can play it. There's flag football, but I don't find it's as fun. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
I think volleyball is the most like
You think?
Yeah.
What about like ultimate frisbee? That'd be kind of fun.
It's a lot of running though. Like normal people can't do that. Like kickball, honestly, I like the ball barely came near me, thank God. But the one time it did, it was really hard to catch, and it was pouring rain.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh
the
shit!
ball was huge.
Thank God I didn't play. When did? That's what she said. What position did you play?
Kind of first, and kind of like shortstop.
You had nothing
And
at
then
shortstop?
I did catcher for a little bit. No, because the people who actually kick the ball.
Went over your head.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
every once in a while you
Dylan-
get the thing that pop up. I always played like left field because everybody just rip it out there and you catch it.
Yeah, thank God we had like basically our whole maintenance crew was out back while Shannon and I like manned the infield.
If it gets in the infield, you're not getting the person out.
No.
You got to catch the ball because you can throw at the person, but
Oh, that was the thing. By our third game, we lost 2 and won 1, which was I think a victory year for Casella. We're not very good kickballers. And there's the competitive division and the fun division. We were in the fun division.
oh,
Because let me tell you, the competitive one is really cutthroat.
we played in the competitive
Norsk
one.
shows up. They've got like
Norsk?
North Titanium played in it. They had like 50 people for their team. I swear to God.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
The intern was there.
Oh yeah, golf intern.
Yep.
Oh, did we tell you about the? That's what I was going to discuss with Matt tonight. Did we tell you about the match? Me and Matt.
You told me it like you wanted it to happen. I didn't know it was happening.
We're setting the date.
Remember, I'm supposed to caddy.
Are you? Are you on my bag?
Yeah, you asked me to caddy. Do you not
Oh,
remember?
because I think Ryan Lee said he was, but you can be a mine. Ryan can be a Matt's. Matt, to be honest, Ryan needs Matt. You can caddy for me.
Yeah, that's true.
I only have 3 clubs. So okay. So if
Cool.
if people, so this is what we're gonna do. So okay. So me and Matt Craig, we have a running joke that every time we say we're gonna do something and it's like a stupid idea, we're always like, yeah, but we'll do it for the kids. Like just kind of basically like playing it off as like it's a good idea and that we're doing something like productive. So we actually were like, well, why don't we do an actual thing to benefit kids? So we're gonna do a golf match, and we're playing match play. So if you win a hole, you get a point, whatever. And it's me versus Matt. Now, Matt's not a good golfer, and I'm a has-been golfer. But the way that the rules are is Matt's going to be able to use his entire clubs, all his clubs he wants. I can only use 3. So I'm playing with a 3-wood, an 8-iron, and a sand wedge. So no driver, no putter, no...
Did you pick those?
Yeah, I get 3 clubs.
Why would you pick those?
Because, well, it's okay. So we're going to back it up. So the guys on Barstool Sports from Foreplay have a competition where Riggs is going to get his entire bag. And Riggs is a pretty good golfer. Like, he's probably, I think he says he's like a 6 or 7 handicap, which is good. He's going to play against Kevin Kistner, who was number 9th this year on the FedEx Cup season-ending thing. Kevin Kistner can only use a 5-iron. So he's playing the whole match with 1 club. And he goes, I'll beat you with 1 club. I'm not that good, so I'm taking 3. Basically, my thought process is my 3-wood, I can drive with my 3-wood, I can hit it off the fairway, I can hit it out of the rough. I can hit over 200 yards, so it's going to give me some distance. My 8-iron is one of those where I can kind of choke down a little bit, hit it maybe like 130 yards, and I can just full blast, probably hit it like 160. So I'm really losing like the 160 to 200 club, but I can just kind of punch a 3-wood. And then my sand wedge, I can pretty much play that all the way from 110 yards down to a chip. Now, actually, I'm going to be putting with my sand wedge also.
But that's what doesn't make sense to me. If you told me, Megan, you can only play with 3 clubs, I'd probably pick driver, 7, and putter because honestly, that's all I kind of use.
But
anyway.
This is a thought process though. My driver is only good off the tee. I cannot hit that off the fairway. There's not enough where if I hit my driver, I can probably hit my driver longer than my 3-wood by about 20 yards. Typically, maybe 25. But the way I look at it is I can pretty much reach every hole 3-wood on a par 5 or par 4. In a par 5, I can hit 3-wood 8-iron, 3-wood. I could hit like a 3-wood 8-iron 8-iron onto the green, or 3-iron 3-wood sand wedge if I want to run it up and chip on. And I'm actually Matt doesn't know this, but I'm actually a fairly good putter with my sand wedge.
Well, I hope this doesn't get published before.
That's all right. It's already set. So I think we're doing it Sunday morning at 9 a.m.
This Sunday?
No. We tried to get it done early, and of course Matt's like, I was thinking Matt's gonna say it's too early. He's like, it's still cold out. I'm like, Matt, you can tee off at 8 o'clock in November. I might switch it to 8 just because I don't want to spend all day doing this. Mm-hmm. But he wanted to start at 9, which is fine. So from 9 to probably 1, because I honestly don't think the match is going to last that long. I think I'm going to beat him. But we're going to end up playing...
9 or 18?
18. Doing 18. And we're teeing off at 9. It's just two of us, so it's back and forth. And if one of us isn't going to win, it's match play, so you can pick up the ball. So you don't have to actually finish out the hole. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be October... It's the Sunday of Columbus Day weekend. It's like October 14th or something? 13th, 14th?
The 14th is Columbus Day, so it'll be the 13th.
Is that the Sunday?
Yep.
Sunday the 13th at 9. I think we're doing it at the Barracks just because we think Bluff's going to have too many people. And we're going to make this a Facebook event. So we're trying to get as many people to come watch it as possible. And we're each putting up $100 to the winner's charity of choice. And it has to benefit kids. And then we're asking for donations from anybody that goes. Our suggested donation is like $10, but you obviously nobody has to do anything, but literally it's just going to go to whoever wins. Mm-hmm. So the whole thing is we're going to kind of maybe turn it into like a non 80 KYP sanctioned, but sanctioned event kind of thing where I'm going to invite a bunch of people and we're hoping we get like a little bit of a crowd there. And Matt wants to drive a cart, which is fine because I was not going to get a cart. I was going to walk, but if you're now caddying for me, then I can get a cart.
I mean, it's only 3 clubs.
It's 3 clubs. I'm not even bringing my whole bag. I'm literally going to have 3 clubs and probably have you wear a fanny pack of golf balls just in case I lose a couple. And some tees. That's it. So you might wear just like a little fanny pack with literally hold 3 clubs in your hand.
Okay.
So Meg's in. So Meg's my caddy. So Matt Craig, find your caddy. I know Ryan said it, but you can take Ryan now.
Wow, we got the dream team together again.
Plus anybody that wants to go watch. We could have anywhere from two people to 200,000. I don't know, somewhere on that spectrum. That we're gonna watch this match. So what we're actually gonna do is we're doing a Facebook group or event. We're gonna sponsor it. Suggested donation is $10, cash, check, whatever. I don't care, but we're giving it to. It's all going 100% proceeds are going to. It's got to be. I got to check with Matt. My goal or my thought process has to be a local children's charity. And we're going to see if we can do this every year and then give Matt something to play for. And then every year I can just kind of keep beating him. And then I can't wait to whatever children's charity of my choice wins. So I think that's good. I think I can do it with those 3 clubs. I think I could. Because I was thinking about doing a 3-iron, but the 3-iron, I have more distance on a 3-wood and the 3-iron is going to be limited. Then I was thinking a 5-iron, but 5-iron I could probably only drive 180 yards. So it'd be very long to hit a lot of holes. So it'd be chipping. But I don't think... The thing with Matt cannot shoot bogey golf. He's never shot bogey golf in his life. So Matt, at his best, is going to average a double bogey every hole. Which means that I only have to shoot... Double bogey each hole is 18. That means I only have to break 108 if he double bogeys every hole. Matt's best score is 100. I cannot... I think I can break 100 with only 3 clubs. Which would be a pretty impressive feat because most the average golfer cannot break 100.
Matt Craig, he's talking some big game over here, man.
I'm just going by realistically what I think I could do. I don't know. I think that'd be fun though. It'd be a fun event. Mm-hmm. And like I said, we always do it for the kids. So, but I don't think because we said it in the well, you don't watch the vlogs, but the last vlog we talked all about the match and Matt Craig said he has less than 100 rounds of golf in his life. Matt Craig this year has outplayed me 5-1 in rounds. Easy. Maybe 6, maybe 7. Every time I look, he's playing golf.
Yeah.
And he's played in majority of the tournaments I played in this year, either on my team or not on my team. So Matt's played quite a bit. And I think this year, I played the most I've played, and I probably have played 12 times this year. Maybe 10. 10 to 12. I think I can get him. I think it'll be good.
All right.
Okay, so Meg's on the bag. You just got to wear a Team Cav hat.
I want my Team Cav crew neck. It's gonna be
actually
chilly that day.
That should be coming in.
Yay.
I'm probably gonna wear this on the match.
Okay.
Actually, if I can get.
God, do you want a match?
Yeah, we have 2 grays. We'll have the green hats with the gray. Yeah, caddy. I was gonna put you in a white jumpsuit,
Oh my gosh.
like the
that'd be
Masters.
Really funny.
If we could find a white jumpsuit, would you wear it?
Yeah.
Can you Google if it's like
Can we get one for Ryan Lee too?
We need a big one.
Yeah.
Google right now. Is there white
XXL, tall.
white caddy jumpsuits?
They're definitely out there.
Check it out. It'd be like the Masters.
Ricky Fowler's wife was rocking one time.
Olympian,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I think she's Olympian, like pole vaulter or something.
Yeah, she is.
Well, I'm doing one step better. I'm doing figure skater Meg.
Almost Olympian.
Almost Olympian. What do they have? I think because I think
looked funny. They don't.
Now Matt also wanted to play. I think we're going to play the barracks just because I think it's an easy course to walk and it's an easy course, like honestly, to do something like fun like this. It's an easy course to do it on. But what happens if we show up and there's like 50 people? There won't be 50, but like what happens if people actually really show up in waves for this? Because it's not that far out. It's only 2 weeks out. So
I think you can gauge that from like the going or not going on the thingy.
Because I'm going to invite a lot of people. I'm going to invite all my friends, everybody. And imagine if it actually shows up to be like 200 people watching this golf match. Matt would crumble. Matt would 100% crumble under the pressure. I wish he was here right now because I need his side of the story. I think I'm going to get a podcast with Matt prior to this, like the week prior, and we just talk shit the whole time.
That'd be good.
But man, what did you find? Anything?
Yeah, they're just like ugly white suits.
Well, that's what they are. They're ugly white suits. Oh, it's ugly white suits. But can I put my name on the back?
Yeah, I want.
Natural wood wear. Oh no. Action black coveralls. Is that what they're coveralls?
Where are you? Scroll down. They're white.
Buffalo Industries non-hooded. Yeah, but it says disposable. But that's honestly all they are. Golf caddy costume. Men's speed suit.
Would I wear Trombley or Kavanaugh?
Red cap men's twill action back coveralls. $34. Honestly, I think it's worth it. I'm going to spend more money on buying caddy gear than I am for the actual match. Let me see. Natural. These are actually pretty legit. Red nap men's twill, sleeve twill black coveralls. Why is there two? Action back coveralls. Long sleeve. These are cheaper. White. Oh my God. Select size to see price. Like what size? Oh, long 42. Is that sleeves? I'd assume you'd probably have the littlest one. Oh no, we get it in time.
I got Prime.
Do you? Is that worth it?
I think so.
How much is it?
I don't know. I don't know.
I almost bought it. I almost bought it because I've ordered an obnoxiously amount of stuff on Amazon lately, and B&H, like a computer or a phone place. Oh man.
But the 2-day shipping is worth it.
Well, that's what I was wondering if that is.
Sometimes it's there in a day. Damn.
This would be a great Halloween costume for you too, Meg. Put like a scary mask on or something. You'd be like, well, not for the golf tournament, but I'm just saying in general. Maybe I'll have you wear that. That'd be kind of fun.
Does Seth Adams just have some white suits?
I bet you he does. Yeah, but you're teeny tiny, so. But
I can roll the sleeves up.
If I got you one of those, would you wear it?
Yes.
Just find a size that looks good and looks legit, and then I'll have you wear it with the Kavanaugh hat.
We should put the names on the back.
We'll stitch.
Can we ask Brian Lee if he'll do it too? Because I'm just like imagining the picture, and it would be so cute. And that can be the little.
Well, Matt's got
Facebook event.
The only thing
cover.
is Matt's got to buy Ryan's suit, which probably won't happen. So I can't buy everybody's freaking golf suit here. But imagine if we just show up and you're.
We'll just get in the group chat.
Okay, we'll run it back later.
Yeah.
With some options. I'm pumped. I think this is gonna be a big money maker. I think Matt's gonna just crumble under all the pressure. I hope a lot of people go. So can you invite all your friends to this event?
Absolutely.
What happens if we show up and there's like 200 people at this event? And
Well,
everybody brings
the beer cart ready.
Yeah, everybody brings $10. It'd be amazing. We actually could make a lot of money on this. Mm-hmm. That's the whole point. Like heck, if we could make it like, imagine if we made $1,000 on this.
I can make it like an 80 KYP Like put us as a co-host on it.
Would that be against the group?
No.
It'd be fun, right? Because it's a charity
You're both
event.
members, and it's a charity event.
It's a charity event. Let's do it. I'm going to do the, I'm going to try to do the picture for it, and I can put at the bottom, sponsored by 80KYP.
I'll send you the logo.
Yeah, I'll put the logo, like small. Sponsored by, I'm pumped. This will be good. So I need to add, I'm just going to make some notes down as I go. So we need to, I call it the fight card.
What?
Like, have you seen the fight card? Like the Conor McGregor, they have like the fight card. It's kind of like that, but I have a thug photo of me and Matt from the. Have you seen it?
No.
Go on our page right now, the Kavanaugh page. Go find the Business Expo folder and scroll down till you have a picture of me and Matt holding like a Boyer Benner jacket up.
Oh yes, I remember.
And
that.
we're like mean mugging in it.
I do remember that.
I'm going to use that, and I'm going to put it as fight card. We're going to put sponsored by 80KYP. I'm going to put suggested. Is $10 a good suggested donation?
Yeah.
Because it is for a children's benefit. And then invite all friends. This is going to be. I might get up and early in the morning, hit some range balls. Make it a big production. We're also going to tape it all too. So it's going to be a full on, kind of like a vlog day. But what I might end up doing.
Cool if we had like drones and stuff.
I don't have a drone. I'm trying. Does anybody have? My buddy Chris Cross does. Maybe I'll get. Ooh. Yeah, I'll get him. And then also, if I can get like Meghan and Tyler and Jordan there, all with cameras, we can get different angles and we can put it all together in one big thing, and then we can get kind of like make it into like a little documentary thing. So like somebody's like watching Matt and like Jordan's following us, and then like Tyler's just running around, just like running around, just like taking. Oh, this is really getting into it. I'm pumped. I just thought because I wasn't really planning it out. We just were kind of like shooting the shit one day. Like, let's actually do a match. I like it. And I got to get Matt on the podcast for a pre-golf. You want to come back for that one, Meg, as my caddy? And I'll get Ryan Lee on that.
Yep, let's do that.
So that's going to happen next 2 weeks from now.
Do I actually have to keep score? Because I'm really bad at that.
No, we'll keep our own score.
Cool.
Well, it's easy because it's not actually scores. It's like 1 up, 2 up,
true.
one down. So like it's actually, that's what I told Matt. I said, I don't want to have to sit there and like count strokes, because realistically, like I could see Matt really just like shooting himself in the foot. Like if Matt shoots like a 10 on a hole, like he's already off the game. But if he shoots a really bad score and like the other person's going to win, just pick it up, you lose 1 hole. So it's easier to follow too. Because all of a sudden you're like, wait, someone's up 7 shots. Like this is going to be kind of a joke. But
yeah. So
match play. I just got to figure out who he wants to donate to. What would be a good charity? I honestly don't know many kids' charities. I was thinking I give Christmas toys every year to kids. Like that would be probably a good one. It's kind of timely too. It's right before Christmas.
Yeah.
But then like JCEO does the backpacks, which would be cool.
Is that over though? I thought it was just.
I think they do stuff all year long though. I'm sure if I called around and said like, what do you guys do to just straight benefit children?
The man upstairs probably knows.
Yeah, Aaron probably does. I gotta check, because I think Christmas gifts would be fun.
Yeah.
But then again, like Christmas, I don't know. I'm a big Christmas guy because like I always feel bad for kids that don't really have a good Christmas. I always had a good Christmas growing. Like we never were at the point where like I always got gifts and stuff. But I always feel bad like the kids that don't. But then you also feel bad too, like the kids that just don't even care about gifts, that just can't eat kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like that's more important. So I got to figure that out. But like I said, if we can get something where if we get a bunch of donations coming in, like what's the odds we get like $500, $600, $700, $800 in donations? Like me and Matt, obviously there's $200 up front already, and if we can get like an extra $500 worth of donations, that's 50 people giving $10, and we just spread it. And I'm so excited right now. I'm gonna make this tonight, the whole event. Who's 80KYP admin? Can I just add the page?
Yeah.
Okay. Odd Matt as an admin. I'll be an admin. But Ryan, you as admin. I'm going to get like little photos of you and little photos of Ryan with like celebrity caddies. This would be great. Like, and I'll like try to doctor up like a little suit from like the Masters, like waving. I think it'll be good. Do you want to walk?
We also.
I think walking's better than carts, because if everybody's watching, we can just walk with everybody. It'd be like
You should get a couple guys too to also for the video to just like commentate like they do on the Golf Channel.
You think so?
I think that'd be sweet.
Should we do? We can't do this live though.
Well, no.
We could do this live.
Yeah, it wouldn't have the same effect though. I think you definitely need to make a video, and it would be just fun to edit that. But no, like see if Jared can come out and commentate with somebody, or how fun would that be?
Jared and Ryan would actually be really good commentators.
Yeah.
Maybe Matt can find a different caddy.
He will not.
Forrest could caddy for Matt.
True.
Forrest would be a pretty good commentator with Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if Jared and Forrest can do that.
We're really gonna chalk this thing up.
The problem is we got 2 weeks to get this done.
It can come together.
Well, it's just depending if everybody has those dates open.
It's a Sunday in October.
And then I need Jordan, Meghan, and Tyler for video. Anything else? We already have the caddy gear. Caddy gear. My sweatshirt, the sweatshirts actually might be here, so if you want to just wear that instead. We probably could do matching grays with green hats, which might even be better than the caddy suits. The caddy suit would be funny, though.
I could get some, like, old lady pants, so I at least look like a caddy.
Some knickers. The worst name. The worst golf term ever. Put your knickers on. I think... Yeah, never mind. We'll leave it there. I'm trying to think anything. I mean, I think that's great, and I need to find what charities, because it will go to kids, but we don't know exactly which ones. We should actually reach out to each branch of the charity we're donating to and see if they'll send reps, because they might be like, we'll totally watch this, because they got some skin in the game. Right? Am I right?
For anyone that doesn't know Gaelan, this is how things just snowball.
Yes, but get reps to
Sits
come.
here in his office. He doesn't go outside all day.
Isn't this a brilliant plan? Like, sorry guys, you're listening to like a brainstorming session. I'm just jotting ideas, but I'm like going to cram this all in. Matt doesn't even know. I'm just going to make Matt just show up. Sponsored by Open Gate Farmstead.
I bet Mobile One Lube Express will
donate.
Sponsor.
Can we get Robin as like the actual play-by-play?
Robin could commentate.
Imagine if Robin was actually like, honestly, that was a really good swing by Gaelan right there. Or Matt.
Matt's just a good guy.
Matt, you know what? I can see Matt's trying. I can see Matt's trying hard. Honestly, if I was Matt right now, I would just pick up. I would concede the hole.
Maybe my dad would caddy for Matt.
Ooh.
I think Matt would really like that.
That would, because your dad has enough knowledge that could probably talk him into playing good shots.
Yeah.
Because that's just something, the part, because like instead of Matt just trying to like rip a three-wood, he might be like, here, just hit a pitching wedge center so you're not in the water, and then hit one on. Because Matt's gotten better this year.
I'll run it by Papa Weeds.
That would be cool. He would just come watch it. I think he'd have fun with that.
Yeah.
Early morning, I mean, if people want to drink Bloody Marys and have, Baileys and a cup of coffee, do it. Live it up. I might have some too. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. The only thing is I got to call the barracks up too and be like, I need 3 tee times from like, because I'm going to like get no, more than that. Probably like 5 tee times, all back to back to back to back. So nobody bothers us. I'm going to go off as the first tee time.
Yeah, that's good to do though.
Okay. So I need tee times, and I'm going to do, what do you think? 3 tee times? Like get the one we're in and 2 groups behind us just to kind of block it.
You could see if the barracks will
co-sponsor. Mm-hmm. Imagine if this gets real. This would be really cool.
Maybe year one, like it won't be as huge, but we have goals.
What's the odds though that we getting the people that we're getting, we get like 20 to 30 people to show up to this event and use it as like a mix and mingle? And honestly, it won't be that long because 2 guys playing a match play will be done probably in 3 hours, maybe 3.5, just because of walking, and just because people are just be goofing off. I can't wait until like one of us sings a big putt and the crowd just goes nuts and Matt just crumbles. I'm pretty good. Matt. We already know Matt's wearing the salmon shorts. He's probably wearing his Bluff Point straw hat, and he's wearing his 80 KYP baby blue polo. I already picked the outfit. I'm gonna look like a mutt out there.
He did get the bird dogs.
The pink bird dogs, yeah.
I haven't seen the pink ones.
I thought they were pink. He had the salmon shorts. Weren't those bird dogs? What was his last ones? The ones he came for the tournament and like bragged about his.
No, they were like. Don't we have a picture of him?
I thought they were pink though.
With Jared's
salmon,
food?
salmon or pink. Jared would be totally in. I'm gonna say this to my group, my PPC group, and see if anybody wants to come from there.
There you go.
Because Jared's in that. I think that would be. Oh, this is gonna be amazing.
No, I definitely have a picture of Matt. Remember when we had Jared's food for like ever, and we were trying to catch him and we couldn't?
Oh yeah, and I ended up eating it on like the 14th.
Yes.
After it was cold.
But I definitely once upon a time had a picture of Matt with the Dunkin' Donuts. Don't know.
With Dunkin' Donuts? What? Oh, because did I give Matt something that day? Either case, Meg, anything else we can mention on this?
Here it is. They were teal.
So he's wearing that with his baby blue shirt and a straw hat,
Yeah.
guaranteed.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm gonna be a mole. I'm gonna have like probably like khaki pants on, one of my sweaters and a hat, all decked out though. I think we should just go in matching sweaters. Skip the caddy suits.
But it'd be so cool to put the nameplates on the back.
Should we have someone walk around with a scorecard?
Colby.
Yes. How do we build one of those signs? We probably could build one real quick.
Yeah, we can figure it out. We're handy. We build shelves.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about another thing that I do after. But would that make sense? To have someone like walk around with like the scorecard in the back?
If it was like a dry erase thing, yeah. We could finagle that.
Imagine if we put like a just cheap dry erase board on like a stick.
Yeah.
And you just put it in like
Just duct tape
someone
that.
+1, +2 and just walked around with that. Okay. Whiteboard on a stick. Colby. Colby's like, so what's it mean? You got to carry the stick around for 18 holes. How long is it going to take? 3 hours. I'm not doing it.
Would. He's a trooper.
I'm going to put Colby. Yeah, definitely Colby. No, who would carry it? Zach would carry it. Mm-hmm. This is really taking off. Like we'll get some people there. I'm just thinking to get like
That's all you need to brainstorm is a microphone and some Andy's mints.
And some sour cream in my Chipotle. So this is October 13th.
Yes.
Literally all the show notes right now are just jotted notes down of this tournament match. Okay, so we'll probably come back to it later. The other thing, Meg helped me assemble the shelf, and we haven't really talked about it since we put the shelf up, but I thought it went very, very well. We were here later than I expected, but I thought as soon as we kind of got going, it went very fast.
Yeah, there was a lot of discussion before we got going.
But it's kind of like the measure twice, cut once rule. Like we brainstorm measured 18 times. But there was a lot of stuff that we kept thinking, like, oh yeah, that's right. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. We need to change this up. And we did a good job. I had to get a little stronger on the pilot holes. I did a few. I didn't go far enough in, and then I kept losing the bit. But we got them out. I got nervous on a couple of them. Because, I mean, you know how it is. You lose a bit, and then it's like your day is ruined. Or you're breaking something.
Your day's ruined.
Yeah. But look, the good thing is, look at how perfect that measuring was for what we did.
Yeah.
Like, the shelf goes all the way up, and it goes all the way down to that outlet. And then I'll give Meg full shot. So people were talking about the desk behind you. Look at my Instagram. You've probably seen photos of it. I was very happy because I'm not the most handy person. And now granted, I didn't design it. I found the design, but I was able to copy it. And I tweaked it a little bit. But you were the one that said keep the 10-foot boards, which actually I was happy with. It was a good call because it looks way better than I think the smaller shelf that we had talked about doing. Because if you think about the smaller shelf would have been just past that middle bracket. Mm-hmm. And that right there, I would have easily have lost 40% of the shelf probably had I done that. Because it was only going to be about 6 feet wide.
Yeah.
So now it's 10. So, and it's 5 boards up. So really I have 50 feet of shelving.
Wow.
Good math, right? It seems more when I say that, but it doesn't look as much, but there's a lot. So now what we're going to do is go shelving up there, shelving up here, which I may wait a little longer till it's painted.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna make Seth and Sam go around that. They'll be able to do that because I can pull stuff off too and have them paint, but I think they'll easily be able to go around that stuff. That's what you got painter's tape for. I'm sure they have special tools too for edging.
It's gonna be a pain in the ass.
No, I'm not taking it down. I would much rather have paint on the black than...
Yeah. Paint over it.
Or just respray paint it.
No, it's already up. You have to cover everything. Just
I know.
normal paint.
Oh, yeah, touch it up with black, you mean?
Yeah.
It's just matte black. But, no, I thought it was good. So what we're going to do, we have to do that. Also, I have coming in, I got a projecting, or a TV. Did I show it to you?
No.
In the other room?
No.
That's going to go up on the wall?
No.
Oh, so I need help putting that up.
All right.
So I'll call you probably like a Sunday morning or something. And then I got to do shelving back here.
For any
I know
of
you
your
don't do
home
mornings.
improvement needs.
I know you don't do mornings, but the shelving over here. And then I have like a couple other things to do. Slowly but surely. You're going to get very good because I'm just going to like call on you to come help me with all this stuff. You're like pretty handy.
Pretty handy.
Yeah. Like I don't think... I'd say if most people think like most girls aren't handy, Meg is probably up there. We have another girl that does a lot of work at our place. She's actually super, super handy with stuff. But it's a skill. I'm trying to get better at it. I'm not great. The good thing is you were probably the first person that's ever asked to borrow my tools because I've never said that in my life. I actually am now starting to accumulate tools.
Okay, but here I am, like, just trying. Normally I would just, like, pound the wall and be like, all right, that's where the stud sounds like it is. Let's just roll with it. And I was like, he's got the tool. Like, this is a very heavy painting. Shout out Brittany McArtist with my commission piece. But yeah, so I was like, whatever. I'll just go grab Gaelan's. We just used it, whatever. And I get to my house and run it across the wall and it doesn't do anything. And I was like, that's weird. And then I had like a deep mode, like a deep search.
It really gets in there?
Yep, really gets in there. So I put it on that. And then it beeped the whole time. Like, it's not my whole... I was like, all right.
It was all the lath, right, back there?
I don't know.
Plaster and lath? It was all like the little boards?
Yeah, I ended up just banging on it. It sounded not as hollow.
I think did she give you hooks for it?
There's D-hooks on either side, but then she also hung a wire across the back.
Yeah.
So I just got like a Mac Daddy nail, and I put it at a not like a good supportive angle.
Yeah, you should be fine because
it's been fine.
Yeah, it won't pop out. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing because I hung up hers. Also, we got to switch hers off to the opposite wall. I'll show you before you leave.
Okay.
But that's ordered on its way, not prime. Otherwise, I would have got it today. But I'll have that ready to go. Actually, no, I came here early morning yesterday.
How heavy is that one that she did?
15 pounds,
yeah.
Maybe. I think when she adds all the wood in, it's not, I mean, when you pick it up, you're like, oh, it's a little heavier than you anticipated, but it's not like, if you always just like put it over your head, you've been able to do that. It's just, It's kind of an awkward 15 pounds. The other one, I mean, it's not bad. Actually, Ellie hung it up, like she like when she did it, we were measuring and stuff, and I think she was the one that actually put all the nails in. She came over and helped me one morning when this looked like a train wreck. And it's going to be easier now because we just have to take the photo off and just measure exactly where it is and just go replicate it. So that will be an easier on the other wall. You know what I mean? Like we've already know what the angles are. We just got to kind of just like figure that out.
Well, there's a thing called, I think it's called Hangman. And it's two like horizontal, like imagine like a little 6-inch ruler, and it comes with a little level, and so you drill one part into the wall, and you drill the other part into the painting, and then the part on the wall is off on like an angle. Like each side has like a little piece that hangs over.
Mm-hmm. You latch it over?
Yeah, and like the little 6-inch thing can hold like a 75-pound.
So that might be similar to the one I'm getting for the TV monitor.
Maybe.
Also, I got a brand new computer.
TV's kind of stress me out.
A little bit. It's fair. I got to take the bottom part off because there's like it's like a mount kind of thing it's on, so it can stay on the flat on the table. But I really don't want to put it by like some kind of bench thing, and not bench, but you know what I mean, like a cabinet or something to put it on top. I'd much rather have it on the wall. But I bought a brand new computer. Shout out to Mac. Everything about it is great, but of course Mac decides that we're going to have no USBs on their computer anymore. So, have you seen the new Macs?
No USBs?
Look at my computer. There's not one USB on that Mac. It's I forgot that something C is like the outlet. So there's one.
So you just get to buy more cords from them?
So I bought this little thing that you slide in on the side. This adapter has 2 USBs and everything else, and then you can see the box up there. It's this long, like it's basically this long like adapter thing that I hook into my computer, and it's got like HDMI. It's got I've learned all these terms: a DP, a VGA, like something else, and it's all like different adapters that go in. Well, then to find out. So, folks, if you're ever buying cords from something, read the fine print, because there's an output and an input, and not every cord goes the right direction. So it's not, a lot of them were like DP outputs, but HDMI imports, and it was the opposite. So you had to find like a special one, and of course the one I needed was 3 times as much as the opposite way.
Yeah.
So I ended up buying 3 adapters, because I bought 2 that will be able to go off of that. Now, neither of them are the same, but they'll be able to go off of that and the 2 monitors. So technically now I can have 3 screens on my computer, which is probably overkill. I don't really need them, but they were given to me, so I'm going to use them. And then the other one's for my computer to hook into that TV in order to like put stuff up on the TV. So I have 3 weird like adapter cables coming in, which is why Meg hates this, but I got cardboard boxes up on my shelf.
Yeah, the beautiful shelves we just built. He has cardboard.
It doesn't look that bad on the shelves. It kind of goes with it.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. So I take all these boxes that I've had, and I write on the boxes that there's certain stuff in there. So then if I need it, I know what box to go into. Now, some of the stuff's a little like overlapping. I should probably actually write what's in it, like 100%, because I have like the Shure mic, pouches, and accessories. Like I know exactly what that is, but then I have 2 boxes that just say camera gear. So it's kind of like, well, it's one of those boxes. And then I have cables, so that's kind of like camera gear, but it's all the extra cables that I have that connect everything, because now I've become an expert on input outputs of cables and their names. And then I have all my other stuff, miscellaneous audio and video parts, which is just like a bunch of like small pieces that I bought when I was starting out that are kind of, I've outgrown. That's the first time you've seen that camera?
No, you showed me that camera like 8 times.
It's pretty cool though. I also got a new wide-angled lens on it. If you've never looked...
Like the new iPhone?
No. Did I get it?
No, like the new iPhone. It has a wide angle.
Yeah, but this thing's going to be, like, real nice. I'll show it to you. Like, it's one that... It's going to be good for me for, like, pictures of homes, because now there's literally... You cannot get, a wider camera angle out there.
True.
So I'm going to be able to show, like, when I take photos... I always had a wide-angled lens on my... I had a wide-angled lens on my phone when I took photos. But now I have this camera. I can put a wide-angled lens on this one, which makes them look incredible. Pop the SD card out. Now I have a whole new editing software that I learned about that can edit all the photos. So now my photos can look really, really, really good. So once I get a little bit better at like finding that like sweet spot of editing, my photos are going to be incredible. I'm excited. I used to not care about photos, but now I do care about photos, because I think it matters. It's not the number one thing that matters, but the only thing is it does take time, so I got to kind of figure out how to do that, because I get neurotic of like
usually once you find, like, you know how Instagram has like preset filters?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of editing programs have that, and if not, you can probably set one.
Once I get one that I like, I'm sure I could set that as like the default one, and then kind of build off of it, like go through and be like, okay, that's gonna be lightened up just slightly. Because the cool thing is, on a lot of them, I can take some photos that are like not super bright, and they are too dark, and I can easily, I mean, you can even tell the difference once I get done with it. That they're like, oh, this is like in a bright room. So that's kind of cool. It's just, it does take some extra time, but it's stuff that I like doing. The other thing is Instagram. I have never actually, I don't even ask, is it safe for podcast?
Yeah. Continue. We'll talk about it.
So the other thing is, I'm all flustered right now. My Instagram, I never use the Instagram preset filters, and I filter everything. Did you text the group message?
No, I sent it to you on Instagram.
Oh.
Just open it, and like then I just want to see if you laughed as much as I did.
Where's my phone?
I don't know.
Is it over there?
It's probably on your shelf in a cardboard box.
Oh, it's actually up at the very top where it says my phone in a cardboard box.
For Christmas, you are getting some cute little like cubby boxes.
They're not functional.
Yes, they are.
I won't be able to tell what's in them.
You can label them. It's the 21st century. Boxes have labels.
Oh man. I haven't read it yet. Sorry, I'm just looking at my. I'm like traveling this coming week, so I got to get. What was that? Okay. So also another thing, Meg sends me a ridiculous amount of just dumb Snapchats or Instagram snaps. And honestly, they're hilarious because they make me laugh. So actually, I should say, I don't go on Instagram. I don't go on Instagram a lot when it comes down to like actually consuming people's stuff. Like I don't go on it a lot. So a lot of it is like my friends sending me stuff. And then every once in a while, I'll go down like the Barstool Sports like rabbit hole. And then I send a bunch of those out.
Yeah, but that's on Barstool.
Oh, it is Barstool. My car exploded. I need repair. Please wait for me for 20 to 25 minutes. What? Oh. And you said LOL. So this guy's on, is it Uber? And is that from the driver?
Yeah.
My car exploded. I need repair. Please wait for me for 20 to 25 minutes. I honestly think the guy waited for you. Yeah, there's no other Uber drivers that had non-exploding cars. That wasn't the best one. There's some really good ones out there, Meg, on Barstool. I think Barstool, we've talked about before. Actually, you want to know like a crazy fact? Oh, why? Okay. So Barstool has 7 million followers. What? There was another one, Viva La Stool. What one is that? Do you know? Because that had like 200,000 followers. I'm like, what
It's like it's another like affiliation like Spit and Chicklets and Foreplay. I don't think it's a podcast.
Viva La Stool, but it says Barstool Sports still. So I don't know what's the difference between the two. But of course, like all my friends watch it or follow it.
I don't know what the difference is.
Like, okay, who is French Montana? You heard of him?
Yes.
Really? He's got 12 million Instagram followers. I've never even heard of this guy.
He's a rap kind of guy, I guess you can kind of call
because he was
that.
just with Dave Portnoy, and then I hit it, and then he
dated Khloe Kardashian.
Who? Oh, one of the, yeah, sorry.
You know
French? I'd never have heard of him in my life.
Yes, you have. Hold on.
Does he have music?
Yes, he's a rapper.
The other one, too, is Post Malone. Dude, he's a weird cat.
I like Posty.
Why does he have a bunch of tattoos on his face?
Because he can.
In every photo I see of him, he's like smoking a cigarette.
Okay, let's see.
Huh. I mean, he's got a lot of followers, so.
Trying to find a French Montana song.
Like why?
That you might know. You know this one.
Is that him?
Yeah. Well, him and Rick Ross and Drake and Lil Wayne, but...
Really?
Yeah.
So Rick Ross is like...
That was an explicit song, by the way.
That's fine. It's an explicit podcast. No, it really is. Everything's explicit on this. I've heard of that. I really like... Actually, this is another pet peeve of mine, Meg, is that every time we're listening to music and Eminem comes on, you automatically switch it.
I hate him.
Why do you hate Eminem?
For a lot of reasons.
Give us your top 3, top 2, top 1.
I just think he's annoying.
Okay, well, anything else? Just think he's annoying?
That's
Okay.
pretty much it. Just think he's annoying.
I like his... Well, I mean, he kind of was like big when I was a kid. So, I like Lil Wayne too. Lil Wayne was my favorite rapper in high school because we listened to him all the time. And coming as a upstate New York, as white as you can get, non-rapper kind of guy, he was my favorite. So I don't know what that says about him, but I'm not a big is Drake. Not a big Drake guy. Even though I did download one of his albums and there's like one song I like on it, which is like the song everybody plays. It was like My Feelings or that song. And then my favorite, if we go rappers, Eminem, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z.
Jay-Z?
I like Jay-Z a lot. Man, I'm missing some big ones. Who else am I missing? Oh, God. Well, Biggie, obviously. Dre, right there. Boom, 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 boom. So, I don't know if you listen to rap, but that's... I don't know why my voice sounds like I'm like... I got all excited.
Actually, I like Kanye, personally.
Kanye's... Yeah, he's
nuts. But it's great.
He's pretty good. I always like, even though it's really overplayed, like Gold Digger. So like Jamie Foxx. Jamie
good old
Foxx, have you
days.
ever listened to him
No.
in conversation? I listened to a few podcasts with him on it, and he's extremely he's a very good storyteller, and he does obviously the impressions, but he is like a very what's the word? Like he does a lot of different stuff. I didn't realize he was, I mean, obviously he plays music and stuff, but he's a very good musician, and then he was an actor, then he was a comic, then he was like a bunch of other things. So it was cool. I like Jamie Foxx.
Oh my gosh. So, the Weeden family gathering the other night, because Wade was home because he had surgery on his shoulder. We were going to watch a movie and we couldn't settle on anything, so we ended up watching Bill Burr.
Yeah.
He's a comedian.
Yep.
Oh my God. I was crying laughing the whole time.
Is that his new special?
Yeah.
Is it worth it?
Oh my God, yeah.
I haven't really watched a lot of Bill Burr, but I tried to watch
It's so funny.
Chappelle, and I got like 10 minutes in. I haven't finished it. Like I want to watch it. I just wasn't able to finish it because I've heard it's really good. So I'd like to watch his. Bill Burr's good, and then I've heard like, Tom Segura's new one's good. Burt Kreischer. I watched Kevin Hart's new one. I love Kevin Hart. I didn't care for his new special. I just not a lot to it. The last special I watched was Brian Callen's, which was okay. I thought Joe Rogan's last one was really funny.
We almost watched that one, and then we decided on Bill Burr instead.
That's good. I mean, he's still very good. But Joe Rogan started talking about cats, and I hate cats. But it was same thing. I was like crying laughing because every once in a while, like comics, you watch a few and you're like, that was pretty good. But then you watch some of them and you're just like, it just really makes you crack up. Mm-hmm. So I think the ones that make me genuinely like get to the point where I want to like cry laughing are well done. Kevin Hart's one that he did. He wears like the leather jacket and he's got like the red curtains in the back. It's like one of his first ones ever. The one where he was like, no, that one had me dying laughing the whole time. Like Shaq's in the front row and he's like, oh, and I think LeBron James is in the audience. And Kevin Hart is just like spitting fire the whole time. That one was the best one. And then he's kind of had a couple that were okay, but that one by far is the best one. That was one where he's like, he goes, my friend Harry, when he like talked about coming on the Bluetooth, and he goes, and he's like, I'm not going to say it, even though it's explicit on the thing, but he was saying, and he goes, man, I'm hungry as shit. And that was like their code word not to use whatever, like basically talk about what they're talking about. Like, I got people in the car who don't talk about it. He goes, well, man, you should go get Subway, $5 footlong. So he started going, he's like, Harry, no. Because he goes, Harry came up with a damn word. So then this whole thing, and obviously he got yelled at, but there was some, go back and watch it. It's pretty good. Theo Von, you sent me Theo Von stuff.
I love Theo Von.
Theo Von is the quickest thinking, wittiest person. If you were in a roast battle with Theo Von, you would lose.
Oh, absolutely.
Has he done a roast? Like a Theo Von roast type? Is there such thing as like a comedic, like a rap battle, but a comedic battle? Like where they get up and they just like insult each other?
I mean, I would.
There's got to be.
I think so.
It's kind of like a roast, but like a roast battle where they just keep it roasting each other until somebody's like, all right, I got nothing. Because
Theo Von roast, yep, it's there.
Wait, is he roasting people or is he getting roasted? Because you could do both. Because
Brendan
Schaub.
Yep. Yeah, Theo Von and Brendan Schaub roast each other. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, but is it part of their King and the Sting podcast?
Yes.
Because that's like a normal one, and Theo Von makes them look.
It's The Fighter and the Kid.
Oh, that's with Schaub and Callen. I listen to that all the time too. So they're both.
He called him a chubby muffin.
Theo Von is hilarious. Play a little bit of it. Is it because I think.
Okay, we're gonna take the ads away. Sorry.
What are you watching? That's not it though? It's who?
It's an ad.
Oh.
Stupid hair stuff.
You're not going to influence Indian children, dude. I don't think a lot of Indian kids look at you and be like, I want to fucking, look like a French Paul Bunyan when I get older. You know what I'm saying? French Paul Bunyan. You look like fucking... Why am I French? So you look like Paul Bunyan if he just drank champagne all day and never did any forestry. That's what you look like, bro. Wait, hold up.
So you look like bro.
My French. Because, man, you don't know yourself that well? You got to get a better mirror, man. You're using fucking cheap mirrors. You got $111 socks and cheap mirrors, dude. Wow,
bro.
Paul Bunyan is the champagne all day. Doesn't he look like that?
Oh my god.
What's he like? How does he even come up with something like that?
My favorite one though, and my brother is the one that like introduced me to Theo Von. The Rubberari. We need more rubber cars, man. That one was my favorite one.
The Ferrari. No, they're great. I wanted to, next year, we should do this next year, is get a group and go up to the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival in Montreal. They have it every year. I never go, and they have like some big name people.
Actually, he just had Bill Burr and David Spade on, and I think those would be really funny.
On this past weekend?
Yeah.
I saw David Spade. I didn't watch.
I'm not a very good podcast listener.
I got to unsubscribe
and
from a lot.
I can't listen to that on my road drive to work because then I just feel like I've lost a couple brain cells before I go to work.
So instead, you listen to...
No, I really don't. Honestly, I just do music. I don't...
Really? I'm not a music person in the car. Actually, the only reason I started listening to them again today is because they were on Rogan the other day, was the Black Keys. And I like the Black Keys a lot. And I've already downloaded the new album. I had it on my phone for a while. And then I just started listening to it like nonstop today. There's some good songs on there.
Yeah.
And we just let them play through. They're both like crazy. Like one guy's like super crazy in the band, I guess. I don't know which one it is. But their music's pretty good because it's kind of cool. There's only two guys. But they must have like backing instrumentals, I would think. Or they just have the two. Like when they play, because the soundtracks sound like they have more people on it, but when you actually listen to them on stage, I think they sound like there's just probably the two of them. The recordings sound like there's more, which makes me think they overplay some stuff. The other one too is 21 Pilots only have two guys in the band, and I'd like to go see them in concert. They're kind of all over the place, but like I like their music. And then
I just can't think of anything of theirs right now.
The other thing too is Coldplay. I went to a Coldplay concert, and I thought, like, man, they must have, like, backup people. They just had the four guys in the band playing, which is pretty cool, because they have a lot of sound that comes out. So they kind of play, like, weird music and stuff, but it's all from the same four guys.
Emily went to a Coldplay concert one time.
Where?
Mass.
Boston?
Yeah.
What year? I was there.
At Gillette.
Yep, I was there. Wow. That was before I knew Emily.
Yep.
I gotta ask her what year that was. Was it recently, or was it, like, a few years back?
I think that was over the summer, and we were in college.
I want to say I went in like 16 and 17. Probably 16 then?
Summer 16 would make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, so that was really good. Saw him at Gillette twice, and then saw him at Montreal twice. Montreal, front row seats. Like, front row. Have I showed you those videos?
No.
Front row.
Was...
Like, meet you away from Chris Martin.
Yeah,
the entire show.
I was that far away from Lady Gaga in Montreal.
I would not go see Lady Gaga in concert.
Oh my god, it was such a good show. She did so well. Like, okay, yeah, she's like weird, but she's so good.
Were you on the floor then?
Yes.
And you were on the front row?
I was in the monster pit.
Oh. They didn't have a pit at Coldplay. We were on the rail.
No, I was in like the donut. So she walked, like the stage went around us.
And did she, like, what did she do? Like, did she just, like, come down the donut, or did she just walk around?
She walked around, but then she did, at one point she was very close to me, but there were a lot of
security
flamboyant men that were much more interested in touching her than I was, that were throwing some elbows, so I just got out of the way.
Oh, but you could have got her, like, a hand slap?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Is that the closest, like, that's the biggest, I mean, she's, like, a megastar. So that's probably that's, like, the best seat you've had at a big concert. At
a concert, yes. I've been much closer with, like, baseball tickets to athletes than...
What was how close was your closest baseball, besides being the Batgirl?
I mean, besides being on the field, you mean?
That's crazy. You were on the field at Fenway
yes,
during a game.
It was like pre-game.
But you had to go, like, walk on the field.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. How far on the field?
I got picks with Wally. I was at home plate. And then I went, like, down first baseline into the dugout. We, like, hung out in there for a little while.
Really?
Yeah, our names were up on the Jumbotron.
Was Wade, too?
Yeah, I'll show you a picture.
Like, of you guys back then, as little kids?
Mm-hmm. I was 9, Wade was 6.
I would love to go do a tour of... have you ever done a tour?
Not an official one.
I'd love to go do that. I think next time I go to Fenway, I want to go early and go do that. That'd be a fun, like, trip.
Baseball.
get a group to go down and watch that.
I just went down to a game a couple weeks ago. They lost to the Yankees. That was my first Yankee game, though, so that was kind of cool.
Was it first? I remember back, I think it was 2000. We would have went to college in 8. It would have been 9, 8? No, it was started 9. I think, maybe that would have been bad. I thought we had a chance to go to the old Yankee Stadium, but it wasn't. We had a chance to go to the Boston Yankees game in New York City the first year the stadium opened in 2009. We didn't go. I was a little upset about that.
I want to go to every stadium.
Would that be the sport
in
you'd
my
pick?
lifetime.
Baseball?
Yep.
I think baseball is because I think there's enough stadiums in baseball that are so like iconic versus other sports that I think you would have to say baseball. Mm-hmm. Like football would be fun, but football is not that iconic of a stadium. Like because
it's too expensive.
But if you think about like baseball, like foul balls, home runs, things go into the stands where football is just the field. Yeah, so you really don't get to see the architecture of the stadium. Because if you go, like I want to go to Wrigley. I tell my friends that moved to Wrigley, like they showed me a picture, can see into Wrigley Field from their apartment. Mm-hmm. Oh, you legit? Wow. What year was this? 19?
No, that would have been like 2000.
Oh, really? Is that late? You were 9. What year were you born?
94. End of 94.
And you're 9, so 2003? I guess that looks like you. Wow. That's crazy.
No, it was 04. It was when they came back and won it.
That was that year?
Yeah.
That's incredible. So have you ever watched the documentary?
I must have been the lucky thing.
That was it. Do you remember the 30 for 30, 4 days in November? Or October, 4 days in October?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my dad's like in the background in the
Really?
crowd. There was some like big like beat the curse video that went out, and he was in it because he went to one of the playoff games.
The Yankee game? And they came back?
I believe so.
This is one of my all-time favorites.
Don't quote me. You'll have to ask him.
So we talked about
podcast.
baseball. So like I was a huge Montreal Expos fan. Montreal Expos left in 2004. So they left September of that year. Mm-hmm. It was their final game. I think it was like September 30th. And which is today, we ended up going to, like I said, the final game of the season. And then September 30th, a month later, like that's when all this happened. So it was like I was so into baseball at this point. And I remember watching every game, and that whole time, and when they came back and won, it was like cloud 9. And then they ended up sweeping the Cardinals. Didn't they beat the Cardinals in 2007 and 2004, 4 and 7? I think they beat the Cardinals both years.
This is.
I have a very weird memory from that stuff, but I can't remember what I have to do tomorrow, what I did yesterday. but I think it's. What do you think about that, Meg? Like memory from when I have very good memory when I'm.
Stupid stuff.
But I remember a lot of stuff in school, but I think I used it because if I was to remember something, there was a trigger where I could remember like what grade I was in, and then that would trigger like what school year I was in.
Yeah.
Because I find that like going to school, because there's first, second, third grade, you can be like, okay, well, I was in 4th grade in this year, and I remember this and I remember that happening.
Yeah.
But as soon as I got out of high school, my life's been a blur. I have the worst memory from 2000. I would say legit as soon as I graduated. So July 2008 to probably early 2013 is like a blur. And then 13 to now I have a little better memory, but it's still kind of a blur.
You see, usually that is, they call that alcohol, honey.
I wasn't that, I don't drink that much. I'm a social drinker. And we'll turn it up when my friends get married.
I really want Ryan, Lee, and Lauren to get married again just so they can have a party and I can go.
You should have. Oh, yeah. I went to the first one. It was fun. Their first one. I went to their only one, actually. Their only one. I went to the first one before the made-up one.
I only met Ryan 2-ish years ago.
I wasn't much farther ahead than you. Probably 4 years ago. 5 years ago I met him. I'm trying to think of who do we know, like mutual friends that would like have a good wedding that we'd turn up at.
Literally every single person my age is married or engaged right now. I swear to God. Saturday, there were like 8 weddings going on.
Yeah, but it's not weddings that... I'm saying, like, our same circle of friends. I can't really think of anybody.
Ellie.
I don't know if Ellie will have an actual wedding.
Well, she's the only one I know that you know.
You think that's it? It'd have to be like 80K.
I don't have a lot of friends.
Hence why Meg's been on the podcast 38 times. Welcome to episode 41 and 52 and 27 and...
It's been a while though, but that's because I got the dogs. So.
When was the last time you were on this? 30 something?
It was the one that went not very well because we were both hungry.
Oh, that's why you got food today.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is much better, but we were both like falling asleep about 10 minutes in. And we had no food, and honestly, I think I was just like burnt out from the day. Not a bad thing, but I was just so tired, and the last thing I wanted to do was like focus on anything. And then usually a lot me and Meg like just talk about probably stuff that we can't really say on the podcast. And then some stuff we end up just kind of like talking, and then be like checking your phone, and then talking, and then doing this and doing that. And then you don't really get to hear everything continually like you would on a podcast. Because you can like chop out dead space. But I felt like the last one we did, we just were very uninterested.
I didn't even think you should have published it because I was like...
I did. It doesn't hurt. I mean, if people don't want to listen to it, people probably shut it off about midway through the golf talk. But I think if we can pull off this, like if I can get Jared and Forrest to commentate, and I get Colby to hold the sign, I mean, how cool is that? I bet you I can get a drone there. I bet you I can get at least 3 cameras, crew sets there.
Yeah.
And then we could have a little bit of on-course commentary. Maybe we have an on-course commentator come interview. We have a caddy and a half because we got to get Ryan committed. Me and Matt, obviously. And I think it would be enough. If we start inviting a bunch of people, all of a sudden people will be like, what is this going on? And be like, actually, I kind of want to go watch this. And then it just becomes this like Phil Taggart, just full-on goof fest. But I think it would be good. And I think I'm going to go to the range the week of and just take those 3 clubs and just play like little odd shots with them. Like try to play like little punch shots and little half shots. And I kind of want to see how far I can hit a 3 or an 8 iron, and then how short I can hit an 8 iron. Because I need to be able to hit my 8 iron about 120 yards. And then I also have to be able to hit it probably like 170. Which is possible.
I just swing the club and hope for the best. I don't know how far I can hit them.
Remember that shot that you hit? Where were we playing that you actually crushed one?
It was extra 9.
It was number... No.
Yes, it was. It was the extra 9 with all the guys after... Whose tournament was that?
JCEO. The one you hit on number 2 at Barracks. You hit it down to like 50 yards.
No, that was just you, me, and Matt. Ryan couldn't play. That was in the Rotary tournament.
Yes, but you hit it to like 50 yards.
Yeah.
It was you like crushed like very far. That's what you got to do every time, Meg.
I took a picture of that and sent it to my dad.
I think what you got to do is like when you swing, you need a little bit more like wrist cock.
Yeah.
Because what people do is sometimes they come back and they kind of like leave the club out, and then you try to it's called casting, so you're kind of like casting a fishing line. You come down too quick.
Yeah.
Or if you could bring up and like really like cock your wrist and then you turn into it and just kind of let your hands release naturally.
Yeah.
You generate a lot of club head speed into it. Because I always find irons are very tough for girls because you really have to hit down on the ball.
Yeah.
And I just find like a lot of girls just can't generate the speed.
Well, that's why I got the hybrids last year, but...
And you don't hit them.
I didn't try hard enough with those. I don't know.
You really got to just go practice with the hybrids, and then you got to practice with... The biggest thing like golf is if you practice with the lower clubs, you hit the lower clubs like 2/3 of the time. So if you can become very good at chipping and putting, you can shoot very close to... You'd shoot single digit handicaps.
Chipping is either super on or super off.
Meg, tell people about we haven't talked about this. The chip of the year. The best chip I've ever seen.
All right.
And I'm not
Listeners,
bullshitting. This is legit the best chip I've ever seen.
So it's Gaelan, myself, Nicole, my coworker, and who's been on the show. She's podcast number... I don't know. She's back there.
Look her up.
Klein, look her up. And then our other coworker from a different Casella division, Nicholas Bapty. And we were playing in the Ticonderoga. Is the Ticonderoga like chamber? No.
Can I talk about that after too? The course itself, but keep going.
Mountain Lake Services tournament. That's what it was down in Ticonderoga. And so Ticonderoga, Gaelan will discuss the course. But anywho, someone had gone on the green and my ball was just off, like I would have had to chip. So being a scramble, I just, with my 2 clubs, just walk on by and just, like an asshole, like I would do, chip, like I just whack the ball with one hand, not looking at anything but the ball, and it took one bounce, hit the pin, and then dropped in, and everybody just turned back and looked at me.
Now the thing is, so yes, it gave us a birdie, our only birdie of the day. And actually, you know what it was? Okay, so quick side note. Ticonderoga, I've always wanted to play Ticonderoga. Ticonderoga was one of those towns, whatever, communities I have never been to. I don't know why, never been to Ticonderoga. So I was kind of actually like looking forward to going to Ticonderoga. There's like a McDonald's and a Walmart. Like it's a pretty big place. So like went down through. And so we pull into this golf course. I'm excited to go play this golf course. There's like, I've come to find out after the fact that the clubhouse burned down. And I think they had like
a huge fire.
And they had a trailer. And it was basically like their clubhouse, which is honestly probably like the owner just sat in there. And then the worst thing was I go to the first tee. We don't know where anything is. So it took us a lot of confusing, like asking people and figuring out where to go just to get down to we were teeing off like hole 11 or something. Yeah. Just to find 11 was a challenge. The worst part was we stood on hole number 11. The card said a par 3. My GPS, and I'm like, great, at least I have my GPS. It'll tell us like how far we are. Said a par 3. I looked down at the sign. It said a par 5. And I'm like, well, that's a pretty big discrepancy. So I said, we'll see. So all of a sudden we look up and there's a flag stick over this hill that supposedly, I guess, is where we're supposed to be hitting.
And that's the thing. It's so hilly that you like couldn't tell.
You couldn't tell anything. So we get up on the first hole, or 11th hole, our first hole of the day, and the GPS says like 135-yard par 3. And I'm like looking at this thing and I'm like, it looks like 170, 180, but I'm going to trust it. The car, GPS are both on. I hit a fairly good pitching wedge, like 135. I'm like, this should get me there. Hit a good pitching wedge, and I'm like, I'm definitely short. So I said, it's definitely longer than 135. Then the other guy pulls out a driver. I'm like, this guy's crazy because it's 135. Like, of course, he hit a bad shot. So then we go up to watch the girls hit, and you guys both didn't hit good shots. But so then we're like, well, we'll just take Meg's because we didn't feel like going to walk over to mine. So then all of a sudden, now the flag is above this like ridge. So like, it's kind of weird, but we'll chip over the ridge, and the green's like flat behind there. So I get up and I hit like a shot, and it's a little shorter than I thought. Didn't get over. Well, the guy with us ended up getting up over. I'm like, great, we should be on the green now. Like it's par 3, but whatever, we'll have a putt for par. We go walking up to the green, up to where we thought the green was. It was a flag sitting in the fairway to show the direction that we were supposed to hit. So not only was it a par 5, this flag stick was only like 170 yards out. So in theory, one of us hitting a driver would have, normally if I would hit a halfway decent shot, I'm at least 50 to 60 yards past a 170-yard marker. And we would have had a shot probably at 2 at the fairway or something. So then I was so frustrated at this point. I'm like, threw a ball down. I'm like, fuck this. We're just going to hit. So I hit, and we ended up parring the first hole. And because we just counted that as one hole. That was our drive, even though it was a really short drive. So then we standing in, I couldn't find the next hole. And finally we see hole number 12. We drive over to hole 12. There's no yardage marker. I find out that the card's wrong. I find out my GPS is not on the right hole. So I'm like, I don't know where to hit. I don't know how far we are. I don't know what direction to hit. So I have played a lot of golf in my day. So to me, that is extremely dangerous because do I pull a driver out here? Am I supposed to hit an iron? I don't know how far I am. I don't want to hit into anybody. And so we're basically hitting blind shots. Well, Nick doesn't really play golf. I don't think does play golf. Mm-hmm. And you and Nicole don't give a shit because you're just sitting there and you're just like, it's not that bad. And meanwhile, by hole 2, I'm like fuming. I'm like, this is absolutely outrageous. I got so mad on hole number. Then we finally got remember that the third hole in was like all by itself in the woods. And
it was like the only one that seemed like an actual.
Yeah, and actually it was their nicest hole of the course. But the problem was, it was a par 3. I stood on the tee of the par 3. Now, when we hit the GPS, it was not correct. Like, it wasn't following the scorecard. So we were on the par 3, and there was no yardage marker. So you're doing everything by sight. So I was like, I guess, and there was no sprinkler heads with markers. So I'm sitting there like, well, I guess I'll hit a gap wedge. And then like I flew the green into the woods. I'm like, what the hell? So like I had lost, I think by the time we hit the fourth hole, because the next one was at Dogleg, by the time we hit like the fourth hole, I had already lost 5 golf balls because I was just hitting and I had no clue where I was going. By the fourth hole, I was like, okay, screw this. I'm drinking a claw or whatever we had. And I think I was like, let's just go back to the clubhouse and like just drink until everybody's done. And then I quickly realized, I'm like, I forgot there's no clubhouse. So then there was no drinks. So we ended up getting back to the 9 and they had nothing for drinks to buy. It was the worst experience I've ever had at a golf tournament. The only thing that made it better was that we had a fun group that we were playing 1990, 2000 like R&B rap music.
That's my go-to golf tournament playlist.
It is a very good playlist. And Meg's chip-in was good, and that was about it. Honestly, it was a pretty subpar day, and then it wasn't even fun because then you guys all had to do like a sales meeting, so I had to drive home by myself. And that was boring. So it was really like, oh, this will be a fun day.
Honestly, I think that's the only time I've seen you like. You weren't even mad, but you were frustrated. And that's the only time I've ever seen you like relatively on edge.
I was really mad. I was so frustrated.
But it was funny because Gaelan's the only golfer, so he's the only one that cares that there's no markers. The rest of us are just like, well, we see a flag, so let's hit it there.
If I would have told what would your dad have said? Your dad would have broke 10 clubs by the time we were on the third hole. He would have been like, this is ridiculous. Have you told him that story?
I told him it was a mess. But okay, so just so
Did you get into
everybody knows,
details?
with the burn down of the club, some gentleman donated like, I don't know, I heard $1 million, I heard $2 million, whatever, a large sum of money to the Ticonderoga golf course to like do construction. And like, I don't own a golf course. I know nothing about it. I don't even really know much about construction. But in my opinion, you like work on like a couple holes at a time and like get those. But they were, I don't know. The whole thing was under construction. There were literally like heavy equipment doing work while the tournament was going on. Piles of dirt everywhere. So like I hope one day it comes back to its whatever former glory it used to have, and hopefully better, and we can play there again. But yeah, it was. And to not be a good golfer, and then to like have the course, I don't know. So yeah, that one was not ideal. But
well, the one that I was actually really happy with was the sample one we played the other day. Remember that one?
Mm-mm. Where?
The one at North Country.
Oh yeah.
So So again, to put this in perspective, we go play a couple days prior. Me, Ryan, Matt, and Nick Bracey, which is the one I did the vlog on. We shot like 5 under or 6 under with the four of us, and it was not very good. Awful. You, me, Ryan, and Lauren shot 5 under. So I don't know, and I don't think we played extremely well because we missed like a lot of fairly good, easy shots.
I played like junk that day.
And I don't think me and Ryan played great, but we
had like 3 good shots the whole day.
But we scored decent.
Yeah.
Like it was just one of those rounds. Like, and maybe it's because I really know North Country so well that I had like some better shots.
Yeah.
But I was very happy with that because I honestly didn't think we were gonna. I told Ryan like I hope we just break par, and we shot 5 under, which I thought was very good because, yeah, that was pretty good considering like 2 days before we shot 6 under with should have been better golfers. Not Matt, but Nick was a decent golfer.
Yeah, but if it's a scramble, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you need some people. It's better to have like 4 great golfers than 1 or 2.
When you have Ryan Lee, in my experience, it does not matter.
Well, it did the 2 because Ryan was on my team that shot 5 or 6 under.
No, that's what I mean. Like
we were so bad.
If you have Ryan on your team, you're gonna shoot well.
Yeah, we did well. We did well. No, I think that was. Yeah, I think I have. Actually, I play this Wednesday in golf. I'm excited. And then I
put the clubs away.
And then I play in the match with Matt, and that's it. I'm done for the season. I say that. I might be able to sneak out like late in October, one day. Mm-mm. Oh, did I tell you about my new ball marker?
No.
Okay, so my buddy Casey ends up getting this ball marker. And basically it's an ink ball marker. and you can get customized. Well, of course, he tells me this. Like 2 days later, I order let me see. I obviously order one, and this is what it looks like. And obviously, what do you think I got for the logo? Boom. So I can put this on every one of my golf balls. So it's green, but it's our Kavanaugh logo. And I just roll it on every golf ball. So that's my stamp on every golf ball. It's just the logo.
Well, dang, because, I maybe might have had that planned for your Christmas present. So
Are you kidding me?
You are going to have to get boxes.
Are you kidding me? Did you really?
Yeah.
You were not going to get that.
Yes, I was. Either that or like a couple custom balls, yeah.
Well, now they are custom.
Well...
Were you really, Meg? I'm proud of you.
Yep, I had it planned and everything because I'm a Christmas freak and I start planning it in April or May.
What's your zodiac sign? It's not as random as you think.
This feels like a bad date now.
December what?
I'm December 6th, so
Yeah.
I am a Sagittarius.
I thought that. No, the reason I say is because I'm December 24th, but I'm a Capricorn.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's not like they follow the months. They follow just random times. So I think it actually changes like the 22nd.
My birthday's technically in fall. The first day
True.
of winter's after me. I think it's like the 11th or something.
No, first day of winter's 21st.
Oh.
It's always like
Yep, that makes
21st.
sense. Yeah.
Equinox, solstice.
Yep.
Sagittarius. I thought I was going to say that. What is that?
Why?
Capricorn's
could
like a
you tell
ram.
by my personality?
No, I didn't. I just knew because you said something about Christmas person. I'm like, oh, she's not born near Christmas, but she's also not a Capricorn. Because I'm going to say, oh, we're both Capricorns, but we're not. So Sagittarius is what?
What do you mean is what?
Like the Capricorn is like a ram or sheep or something.
We're either like an arrow or what the half
Really?
horse, half guy with the arrow, whatever that thing is. I don't remember.
A
What it's
centaur?
called. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
always just think of the guy from Hercules.
I watched Hercules a couple years back. Good show. What is your Chinese symbol?
I'm a dog.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm a snake.
It's fitting. Ew.
Book. Oh, I didn't get it. Yeah, I'm a snake. 1989. 1990, I think, was a dragon, so I just missed it. I thought a dragon... When I was a kid, I always thought the dragon would be cool.
Everybody else in my class is 95, and they're all pigs. Tee-hee.
Is that like the Chinese New Year? Like, what's it mean? Mean something?
I don't know.
Because I don't think... Is there like a
I don't
universal...
think so, because how can everybody...
Oh,
born in 1994
Chinese...
be the same?
Chinese zodiac, right? That's what they're called?
I don't know.
12 zodiac animals. Find your zodiac sign, yeah.
Oh.
So, 2019 is the year of the pig. Dog, yeah, you are. 94. Monkey. No, not a monkey. What did I say it was?
A snake.
Okay. Honestly, a pig, a rat, a snake, and a rooster. Like, I think I have better things than that. Wow. You know what the bad thing is? Chinese zodiac, my ring of numbers is the small ring on the thing. So, God, wow, that feels depressing. Check the animal sign below to learn about each zodiac animal. So you are a what? Pig?
No, I'm a dog.
Oh, I just said pig on that.
I'm loyal.
Okay, so Meg is a pig or a dog. Sorry, Meg's a dog. Year of the dog. Fortune, career, health, and love. Prospects in 2019.
Don't give them your credit card information.
Lucky. No, they just want a 9-digit number divided by 2 hyphens. Okay. Lucky number is 349. Lucky color, green, red, purple.
Green's my favorite color.
Mine too. Wow, nice. But there's 12 zodiac signs, and 3 of them are 3 colors. How many colors are there? Dog years. The dog occupies the 11th position in the Chinese zodiac after the rooster and before the pig. In Chinese astrology, each year is related to a Chinese zodiac animal, blah, blah, blah. Recent dog years, blah, blah, blah. Can we get... Wait. Ooh. No, you're not, Meg.
What?
You can check the table below or use our food. No, because the Chinese New Year is not the same time. So because you're born in what of 94?
December.
Oh, wait, never mind. You are. But I'm born... Because see, if you're born... Like if you're born in January of 1994, you're not that animal. It's like the Januaries because they start their New Year's in February typically. The Chinese New Year. So if you're in a January, technically you're the year prior. Does that make sense? So you wouldn't be like 1994. You'd be the 1993 or 95. I don't know, one way or the other. I don't want to wrap my head around it. So let me see. Lucky, unlucky things for people born in a year of the dog. Lucky flowers, rose and cymbidium orchids. Your lucky directions. East, south, and northeast.
What?
Your unlucky numbers, 1, 6, and 7. Your unlucky colors, blue, white, and gold. And your unlucky direction is the southeast. Florida. Dog's personality, loyal and honest. Due to having a strong sense of loyalty and sincerity, dogs will do everything for the person who they think is most important. Dogs tend to leave others with the impression that they have a stubborn personality. Born with a good nature. Dogs do not tend to be criminals or seek dishonest gains. They just need a quiet life and a good family and therefore forget the ugliness in the world. Which type of dogs are you? Ooh, they got even more different dogs.
What?
For example, in Chinese element theory, each zodiac sign is associated with one of the 5 elements: gold, wood, water, fire, and earth, or metal. For example, a wood dog comes once in a 60-year cycle. It is theorized that a person's characteristics are decided by their birth year, zodiac, animal sign, and element. So there are 5 types of dogs. You are the wood dog. Sincere.
Of course I am.
This doesn't sound like you at all. Sincere, reliable, considerate, understanding, and patient. I guess that's you. The stupid thing is, you could say like, oh, I think that's him, and everything.
I don't think I'm very patient.
In 2019, dogs have an average luck. Your prospects on love and wealth are good. You enjoy good financial returns. In romance, you will likely to meet a nice person this year. Nice person. That's who you look for.
What year? 94?
94. 94. That's it.
That was it.
Oh, look at this personality. Dogs are loyal, prudent, and kind. What? You already heard that. You're already bearing a good wish, warm heart to your friends, even though you're not good at communication. Careers: scientist, professor, priest, judge, nurse, police officer.
That is the most wide range. I don't believe in any of this stuff.
I think a lot of it's just like dumb.
Like honestly, like no offense, anybody
Famous
out there,
dog
but...
year people. Donald Trump.
Hey.
Madonna.
Hey.
Michael Jackson.
Hey.
And Justin Bieber.
Hey, I got a good little crew there.
I got some peeps there. People that you know. People that... Let me see. Snake. You're the snake. Lucky 289. I was born in 89, so that's cool. My baseball number was 2. Red, black, and yellow. Not fans of any of them. Black and yellow, black and yellow.
I just don't understand how they pick this stuff. They just stare at the sky and they're like, oh.
Ooh, check this out. Type of snake. Oh, I thought it was going to be a fire snake. Not that cool. I'm an earth...
Are you an earthworm?
I'm an earth snake. Earth snake. Things where people were born. Orchid and cactus. East, west, southwest. Unlucky directions, northwest, northeast. 1, 6, 7. Unlucky numbers. Those are the same as you, I think. Brown, white, and gold. In Chinese culture, the snake is the most enigmatic animal among the 12 zodiac animals. People born in the year of the snake are supposed to be the most intuitive. Snakes tend to act according to their own judgments while remaining private and reticent. I don't know how to spell or read. They're good at communication but stay little. Snakes are usually regarded as great thinkers. Snakes would prefer to be alone, therefore they are easily stressed. What did I say it was? An earth snake? Calm with strong self-control, but not steadfast and diligent enough in work. Ooh. Fortunes in your career and finances will be average, but you will find suitable opportunities to turn the tables. You may don't have very good health prospects. Good English. Scientist, analyst, investigator, painter, potter, jewelry, astrology. I just want to see who's... best careers. About it. God, there's a lot of dumb stuff. Pablo Picasso, Mao Zedong, John F. Kennedy, J.K. Rowling. And none of them are snakes. Well, that's good to know. It's like let me see. I don't know. Chinese zodiac. Well, Meg, you ready to wrap this up?
Yep.
Okay. So, folks, pay attention. We're going to have a podcast probably out maybe next week is it next week? 13th? That's coming up. We're going to have to do that next Thursday or Friday.
2 weeks. 2 weeks out.
Thursday, Friday, or maybe even Saturday, like a Saturday morning or something.
Some quick shameless plugs here.
Go ahead, Meg.
All right. 80KYP, people. We got some events coming up. And I'm the event coordinator, so here we go. October 13th, we will all most likely be attending Gaelan and Matt. Trombley v. Craig at the Barracks. October 19th, in conjunction with Valcourt Brewing Company's Oktoberfest, we have a flag football tournament for charity.
For the kids.
7v7 tournament. Check out the Facebook page. It's got all the info. Pending date, but our pop-up will be either the last Tuesday or Wednesday of October. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, basically I just wanted to plug the football tournament. Please play.
And then please attend. And also please think about donating. I think the costs will be, or the tournament or the golf tournament that we're putting on, I think is going to be a very fun event. And I'm hoping that we can get as many people as possible. So again, there'll be a Facebook group on it or event, and then just spread it. Invite as many people. Suggested donation, $10. We'll have, who's the treasurer? Forrest will collect the donations. Fair enough, right? Good plug. Okay. That's October 13th. Tentatively 9 a.m. If I can push it earlier, I will. But I think 9 a.m. is probably fair. Everybody can kind of wake up and do their thing and get there.
Can we have Starbucks sponsor it?
We can have...
Gaelan can show up with some coffee.
I could get Dale in there. We'll get him. He probably would hate it.
You should have Gaelan on the podcast.
I kind of do. I think I'm going to ask him next time I roll in. I get Jeff too. I like Jeff. Starbucks.
I don't know Jeff.
I'll show you a picture. You'll know. Okay. Everybody, we're going to leave. Get out of here. Go to bed. Prep. I got to go practice. I got a big match on the 13th. All right. Bye. Thanks for listening to the Gaelan Trombley Show. If you want to reach me, you can go on Facebook at Gaelan Trombley, on Instagram at Gaelan Trombley, and on YouTube at Gaelan Trombley. The spelling, Gaelan Trombley.